everybody, welcome back to the Craft Beer Hub. I am really excited for today's video. I am not going to lie to you. I've got a smile on my face already. What we've got here are the two new Imperial Stouts into Tesco as of October 2022. They come from Northern Monk and Vocation. Northern Monk, obviously, we've all had their Imperial Stouts. They've done, I think this is Death Star episode 3, isn't it? Then they've done North Star episode 1, 2 and 3. So quite well versed in the world of supermarket Imperial Stouts from Northern Monk. Vocation Imperial Stouts, there's not been that many, if any at all. Maybe one or two into the supermarket. But I tell you what the difference between those and this, or those if they appeared in this one, this is barrel aged. Northern Monk, we know what they do. I'm not going to talk about them too much. And respect to Northern Monk, I really like them. Just everybody knows what they do and everybody knows how good they are. Vocation, huge thing to put a barrel-aged stout in the supermarket. It could be the first barrel-aged stout. It's one of the only barrel-aged stouts that I've seen personally in the supermarket, and it's really interesting that the supermarket are really picking up on this demand for the next thing and the development of and it's you know, supermarket shelves aren't just full of 5.5% sugary stouts, 6% IPAs anymore. You know, you've got West Coast, you've got mountain IPAs, you've got barrel-aged now. Absolutely bonkers what the supermarkets are doing and how they're trying to beat the bottle shop. Obviously, always check out your bottle shop, but it's actually insane what the supermarket are doing now. This particular beer is a 12.2% mint chocolate stout, and it's barrel aged and Vocation special release. There you go. There's a kind of green hue to this label that's not really coming up on the camera, but it's the 330 bottle. This particular beer was, because I have the receipt, £4. So £4 for a barrel-aged stout, a 330 vessel. That's not bad at all. This particular beer, a 440 can, 10% I believe it is, 10.5%. That beer was a £5. And this, so we talked about this one. This particular beer is an Dolce Leche Imperial Stout. So Dolce Leche, for those that don't know, is a dessert. It's made with evaporated milk? It's a milky, creamy dessert with lots of sugar in it, and that obviously brings out big caramel flavours. So this really should be creamy and a whacking great hit of caramel. My local brewery, Ampersand, done a Dolce Leche Stout. 6.5% is absolutely lovely. Yeah, look at the can wrap on that. Amazing from Northern Monk, as ever. Their artwork's just absolutely insane. Right, this is a double review. Let's get cracking. I've got to remember which glass is which, because I've got two very similar glasses, looking very similar, from Vibrant Forest and GBBF. But what we'll do is, I think firstly, I'm going to crack the Northern Monk Death Star episode 3 out. Because, yeah, they're just brilliant, aren't they? Northern Monk absolutely know what to do when it comes to the supermarket. They've just hit this lovely sweet spot of being able to put their beers at really affordable prices and still retain a really good level of quality. Probably one of, if not the best, supermarket producer of beer for me in terms of what they do. Yeah, I love Northern Monk. Nice smoky can opening. Let's get this into a glass. This should be engine oil thick. I can already see the residue on the side of the glass from where I poured it. This should be engine oil thick, this should. As Northern Monk stouts normally are. They just know what they're doing, don't they? What have we got then? A beautiful jet black beer. 2-finger, really tanned, almost bordering on brown head, if you can see that. Slight bit of light bleeding through at the bottom, but not much at all. It just looks like classic Northern Monk. Looks like absolute quality. Let's get an aroma then. Lovely and boozy. Nice little lick of vanilla in there. Beautiful creamy chocolate. And there's a lovely treacle and kind of treacle caramel decadent aroma in there as well. Yeah, it smells absolutely lovely. Just smells bang on Northern Monk. I think you could smell this beer and you'd know it's Northern Monk. Let's go in. Cheers, everybody. That's good. Lovely sweet aromas to start with. Chocolate, caramel, sweet vanilla. The second phase of the beer actually goes quite bitter. Almost like Bourneville dark chocolate bitter. That's really quite nice. And the end is actually really light. Slight hint of booze at the back. Low bitterness. But it does coat your mouth. It's got that Northern Monk Imperial Stout thing where it just coats your mouth. You feel like you can lick more flavour off the inside of your mouth with your tongue. The creamy mouthfeel just complements all of those flavours. Although it's a creamy mouthfeel, I think this is one of the lighter Northern Monk Imperial Stouts. I don't think it's not totally thick and totally decadent. It's a lot less hard work than other Northern Monk Imperial Stouts, this. You can kind of see the alcohol legs coming down the side of the glass. But yeah, overall, that's got absolutely everything you like from a stout. It takes you on a bit of a journey with those lovely, sweet, decadent flavours to start with. Then the bitterness comes in the middle phase of this beer. And then that all washes away and you're left with a slightly bitter, sweet, chocolatey caramel residue in your mouth. And you're ready to go in again because it's got a nice crossover actually between being a nice, thick, decadent stout and being light enough that you don't think it's too much hard work. And it's 10.5%, remember. Slight bit of booziness at the back as well, but little to no really considering the ABV. Very good. I'm going to rate that 4.5 out of 5. I thought Death Star episode 2 was slightly better. The peanut, was it a peanut butter? I think it was a peanut butter stout or a peanut stout. But yeah, this is absolutely lovely as well. Fair play Northern Monk, another cracker. Right, let's get a bottle opener. Get me Erdinger Weiss beer bottle opener out on the Vocation beer. Well, I'm really excited for this. I've never had anything barrel aged from Vocation. I think they're a fantastic brewery. It's one of those breweries where, and I know Paul's Beer Reviews and myself have talked a little bit about this on live streams and stuff. Vocation are one of those breweries that I'd love to buy more of, but they just because I can get my hands on a lot of their beer all the time out the supermarket. It just kind of doesn't have that special factor of when you're in the bottle shop, if you know what I mean. You might get what I mean. But yeah, so as a result, I just don't try these beers. This actually is their 7th anniversary beer. I've just seen on the side. Shouldn't really be looking at the cans or anything, but I just saw that. Let's have a little look at this. I'm sure I just got a hint of mint actually, probably from about 30 centimetres away from my face. What have we got then? Now this is jet black. The Northern Monk had a bit of light bleeding through the bottom. This is absolutely jet black. Half a finger, brown head. It looks very similar actually, this beer. Just a slightly shorter white head. But yeah, it looks absolutely brilliant. Let's get an aroma. Yeah, big sort of menthol minty hit. I'm hoping Vocation haven't done this thing where they put mint in a beer and it tastes like alcoholic toothpaste. I'm really hoping that. Because I've had a few of those in my time and it's not really worked well. But hopefully the Vocation have nailed it. Wow, that mint just develops. The more that you smell it, the more it develops. It smells beautifully. It smells like mint chocolate, which is actually quite good. The mint's there with the chocolate. It's not mint standing on its own, so you don't get that toothpastey thing. Lovely aroma of vanilla. I don't know what I will have a look. So we'll see what barrels they've aged this in. They might say. Mint, chocolate and vanilla. That's what I'm getting out of this. It smells really good. It smells really good. It smells far from toothpaste. It literally smells like mint chocolate. Yeah, cheers everybody. That is so good. That is insane. Let me just tap the back of this camera. This video is going to go on for a while. I do apologise. Wow. Oh, the aftertaste. I was worried about the mint. And I shouldn't have been worried. They've absolutely nailed it. Oh my God, that's insane. So at the start, all the flavours are kind of attacking each other. And that's not a bad thing. You can pick up the mint, you can pick up the chocolate, and you pick up the vanilla. The middle phase of this beer, they combine with a real roasty, dark malt character. And that's really where you get the sense of where all the flavours just come together. And the end, what are we getting at the end? There's so much to think about with this beer. And the end, there's a really roasted bitterness that comes in. Think sort of your coffee, your roasted coffee bitterness. The beer remains quite sweet all the way through. But for me, the glory in this beer is the way those flavours combine right in the middle. It's just really, really good. It's really, really good. Let's have a look at the back of the cans. So the Northern Monk can. A Dolce Leche Imperial Stout, ideal for your sweet tooth dark side. I totally agree. Brewed in the north with Simon Wynne. I've lifted 8 of Scotland's historic manhood stones. Ingredients: water, malted barley, oats, lactose, Dolce Leche flavouring, hops and yeast. There's not too much on here at all. The normal Northern Monk blurb on it, A up with Northern Monk and all the rest of it. But yeah, that's really good. Like I say, 4.5 out of 5 for me. The Vocation beer, let's have a look at the side of the can. Side of the bottle. It says 7th anniversary. In celebration of the brewery turning 7 years of age, we have selected 6 beers from our growing barrel aging programme. A big thank you to all of our customers for helping us achieve this milestone. Mint Chocolate Stout. Luxurious minty and bittersweet flavours give way to a sophisticated after-dinner style chocolate enhanced by barrel aging over 9 months in bourbon. Bourbon. So that's the bourbon barrel aging is probably where the vanilla comes from. Overall, that's really good. It's just absolutely bonkers. It's bonkers, and it goes against the video that I made a little while ago. It's bonkers that barrel aged beers are in supermarkets now, and it's bonkers they're this good. Your beer, our vocation. A brewery is just another factory making a product. It's our people and their passion that make this our vocation. Load of tiny writing. Wow. Ingredients are... I'm not even going to attempt to read that. I haven't got the eyes for it and it's too dark in here. Wow, what a beer that is. What a beer that is. I filmed a video a little while ago saying that, I think in the video I said, is this Lervig Imperial Stout the best? And it was in a 330 can. At the time I paid a £5 for that, and this is a new release at £4. Ignore what I say in the future, because I just want to get these beers out for you, so these beers go to the front of the queue. This is the best stout in the supermarket. In terms of absolute quality for £4. Absolute bonkers. It's a 5 out of 5. I can't give it anything else. Vocation, you've smashed it again. I'm a big fan of yours, and yeah, I was really hoping this was good. My one doubt, obviously, was that mint, the mint in beer, because there's a lot of that, and you know, you might have thought about this as well. There's a lot of minty, toothpastey beers out there. This is just, it's a masterpiece. It's an absolute masterpiece for me. It's just really good. It's mouth-puckeringly sweet. It's bitter. There's so many layers to that beer. Flipping heck. That's fantastic. If you paid £7 or £8 out of that, if you paid £7 or £8 in a bottle shop for that, you'd have been happy with how it tastes. And it's £4. A masterpiece from Vocation. Fair play. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I'm a bit like head spun, really. Thanks very much for watching. Let me know what you think of these beers if you've had them. I highly recommend you pick up both. Northern Monk, business as usual, fantastic. This Vocation beer, excuse me, absolutely sensational. Like and subscribe if you would be so kind. I will see you on the next one. Cheers.